This is the welcome orientation. We're really excited to have you here to get started here on your first day at Insight. So, we are going to go ahead and get started by going to our first slide, which is setting up your audio setup wizard. This is a process we ask all new students to go through their first time in a session. So, please go ahead and run through your audio setup wizard now at this time. This is a good habit to get into before any live class connect in case you can't hear, just to make sure that you can really hear the teacher. So you get to it by going over to your audio video box, going up to the little microphone. This is a little miniaturized version of it. Going up to the microphone with the gear sign, clicking on it, and then running through the audio setup wizard. Follow the prompts that come up on the screen. All right, all right. Allison, were you able to do it? How about you, Benjamin and Brandy? Jordan, Peyton, Susan, were you guys all able to do it? So I'm going to ask each and every one of us to please run through your audio setup wizard now at this time. This is over in your audio video box. You'll see a microphone with a gear sign. Excellent, excellent. Thank you guys. Thanks for giving the green checks. Good picking up on that. All right, so while you're getting that set up, I'm just going to go run through a few things. So in today's session, we're here with you in the session today, and this is going to be kind of like all your other live class connect sessions with your teachers. The teacher is going to be logging in the same time you log in, and they're going to be interacting with you throughout the session. So I'm turning on my video really fast just to say hi to all of you guys. So you can see that I'm here on my side of the computer, you're there on your side of the computer, and we're all here in today's session working through it together. So welcome to Insight. Really excited that you're here. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the video just because it can slow things down. So I'm going to turn it off here. But welcome, welcome. Really excited that you guys are here with us. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move on. So we ran through our audio setup wizard, which is fantastic. Well done, everyone. Big round of applause. Next, the basics of your live class connect session. So we already discovered the audio video section. You can run your audio setup wizard there. You can also you can turn up your volume by using this volume slider right here. And if ever you have permissions, you can click the talk or the video button as well. This participants box right here, you can see all of the fellow students' names listed there, along with the moderator. So that whoever's teaching today is showing up. We got some really awesome tools along the top. We're going to go through these later today. And then finally down at the bottom is the chat box. You can type in there different messages to your students and to your teachers. This space up here, this is called the whiteboard. The whiteboard is where teachers are going to be teaching you. This is where they go through slides and about that day's lesson. So that is an overview of your live class connect sessions. Next, we're going to look into our tools, our whiteboard tools. The first tool I'm going to show you is your polling tool. So go ahead and give me a red X, no, for X marks the spot when you find that. This is over in your participants box. You'll see a smiley face, a head with a clock by it, a hand, and a checkbox. Go ahead and give me a green check yes once you find this. Green check, or excuse me, red X. I'm sorry. I'm going to clear that. So green check yes, or We'll do red. X marks the spot. There we go. X marks the spot. Sorry, I cleared it, so you guys may have to do it again. So X marks the spot when you find this. Ashton, were you able to find it? How about you, Cheyenne? Dalton, were you able to find it? Jared, how about you? Caitlin? Peyton, were you able to find it today? So go ahead and give me a red X, for X marks the spot once you find it. Hi, Peyton, are you able to hear me? Excellent, thank you. How about you, Caitlin Gibby? Sorry. Dalton, how about you? Just want to make sure that everyone can hear us today. Excellent. Well done. Big round of applause to all of you guys. This may also turn into a multiple choice question as well. So if ever it's a letter inside of a box instead of a check inside of a box, you know that means it's going to be a multiple choice quiz. I'm going to introduce you to the Class Connect tools. I'm actually going to start on this second one here called the pointer tool. I've already been using a pointer tool, but you can click on it to add new pointer tools. My personal favorite is the smiley face. I can change the direction of my little pointer finger. Next is the pen tool that you can use to draw things up on the board. So there's my little smiley face. You can do text up on the board, so I can write hello to you guys. We have, so that's the intertext tools. We have shapes up on the board. You can either put shapes either filled or not filled, either a rectangle or a circle. You can draw a line up on the board just like this. Make a little plane for you guys. You can do also screen capture your desktop and put it up on the board. And finally, you can use clip art and put it up on the board as well. So lots of fun different clip art items for you. All right. Well done. Yeah, some of you guys already found it. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so now you guys will get to have a chance to put your new skills to the test. Go ahead, grabbing your whiteboard tools, go ahead and mark what county in Washington you are in. I am in Pierce County, so I'm going to put my little pointer. Actually, I'm going to circle it today. So circle Pierce County. That's the county I'm in. So go ahead and mark up on the board what county you are in. Excellent. We got Pierce, Chelan, Okanagan, Stevens, Whatcom, Grays, Cowlitz, Clark, Klickitat, Spokane, Skagit. All right, so I'm going to wait. We have about just under 40 people in. I don't quite see 40 little marks up on the board, so I'm going to give you a chance. So you go ahead, grab your whiteboard tools. You're going to find these tools over on just to the right of your participants box, right over here. Go ahead and grab one of them. I would suggest either the pen or your pointer tool. Pen or pointer tool, go ahead and grab it. Well done. Awesome. Yeah, I absolutely love this activity because you can truly see that we are a Washington State Public High School from Stevens down to Benton, over to Clark, Cowlitz, Gray Harbor, Jefferson, Whatcom, wherever you are, welcome guys. Yeah, well done. Okay. So I have a couple of important key words to go over with you. The first word is ISWA. Who wants to take a stab at what this stands for? Go ahead and put your answer in the chat box. What does ISWA stand for? You guys are close. Who thinks? Yeah, Sarah Thomas got it. Yes, it's Insight School of Washington. This is the school you are attending. You might also be hearing the phrase K-12. K-12 is our national partner. They provide us with hardware and materials, but the actual school you are attending is Insight. All of your teachers are living in the state of Washington or really darn close to it, and we're all on the same time zone. We're all here working for you this year. Next is Learning Coach, or LC. Who wants to take a guess at what Learning Coach stand? Or if you guys know, you can put who your Learning Coach is, but who do you guess is the Learning Coach in your life? Any other guesses? Yeah, well done. So the learning coach is whoever signed you up for Insight School of Washington. This could be a parent, it could be a grandparent, could be a guardian, it could be a neighbor, it could be an older sibling. We have a lot of students who are over 18, so they are their own learning coach. They sign themselves up for Insight. So the learning coach is whoever signed you up for Insight. They have their own learning coach account. In this account, they can monitor your classes, check your grades, and also email your teachers. Next, live class sessions versus classes. So you guys are getting started off here, and we have a lot of different words, and some of them kind of sound the same. So you're like, okay, so I'm in a class right now, but then I need to do work in my classes. What does all this mean? So your live class connect sessions are here in Blackboard classrooms like you are in right now. They're going to be for every class you have. So live class connect session is one small part of your classes. For every class that you have, you will have an hour-long live class connect session once a week. So for your homeroom class, 1 hour a week. Those will actually be held always on Monday. For your other class that you have for the rest of this trimester, you will have 1 hour's worth of live class connect session that you're required to go to. Your classes, this is your whole class schedule here at Insight. This is where you'll find your materials, find your teacher's contact information. This is where you'll be spending most of your time. Our classes at Insight are mainly self-paced. We do have deadlines and due dates and things like that, but you're welcome to work ahead in your classes, and beyond the live class connect sessions, our online high school is open 24/7, so you're welcome to log in at any time. And finally, trimester system. We are on a trimester here at Insight. That means instead of 2 semesters, we have 3 trimesters. You guys are coming in about halfway through our second trimester, and our third trimester, the second trimester will end, and third trimester, you'll get a whole new set of classes. Okay, so I have the student calendar. Please go ahead and save this somewhere safe. You should have just gotten a prompt to save the student calendar. I'll give it to you one more time. Go ahead and save that somewhere safe. This will show you when our breaks is, when we have a break coming up next month in February. We have spring break coming up, and it also shows you when our trimesters switch over. All right. So going to school at Insight School of Washington, I know for a lot of you this is your first time at an online school and you're kind of like, what does this all look like? So number 1, it's attending live class connect sessions. So it's attending live class connect sessions. Lucky for you guys are already in your first live class, or it might be your second if you came to our 9 a.m. session. This is your first or second live class connect sessions. These are part of our attendance policy here at Insight, and you will be asked to go to these sessions throughout the week. So for each class that you guys have, how many hours of live class connect session will you have? Quiz time. Go ahead and put it in the chat box. 1 hour, well done, yeah. So you guys right now are assigned to 2 classes, a homeroom class and a content, what we call content. Content is any class that isn't a homeroom class, basically. So you guys will have 2 hours of required live class connect time each and every school day. Now, your first week of school is a little bit different because we have all of those welcome week activities, but in general, you'll have those 2 hours. Once trimester 3 starts, you'll get new classes, and then however many classes you have, that's however many hours you have. So your advisory is your homeroom class. Good question. Your coursework. This is what you'll be doing during each day. So our classes are kind of self-paced. There's going to be a lot of you working through assignments, quizzes, readings on your own. You're asked to click in, that's what I mean by saying log in, click into your classes each and every school day and complete at least one item in each class. We're going to go over in a little bit what it looks like to actually complete an item, get into those classes. So I'm going to show you guys there. But that's what your coursework is, going into each one of your classes and completing assignments. Next, weekly and monthly communication. Since we are an online school, we have created a check-in policy for all of our students. This check-in is going to be with your homeroom advisor, your homeroom teacher. And we've tried to make it really simple for you. Your live class connect session with your homeroom teacher is held every Monday, and that can meet this requirement of your weekly and monthly check-in. All right, so we're going to use our whiteboard tools. So go ahead and type on the board, why did you choose Insight School of Washington? So you go ahead, grab your typing tool, click and drag it up on the page, and then type your reason. There you go. Well done, guys. No commute, I like that. So why did you choose Insight School of Washington? So while you guys are typing, I'll talk to you about your Welcome Week activities. This week, we've created a nice Welcome Week activity schedule for all new students so you guys can get lots of extra help and support getting started here at Insight. We have a 9 a.m. session for your first 5 days, so that's going to be today, tomorrow, Friday, and then next Monday and Tuesday. And we are going to have a 3:30 p.m. session on those same days also. These sessions are going to last for a half hour, and it's a time for you guys to ask questions, and we're going to go over specific items that we get a lot of questions about from our students each time they start. So we're going to be covering lots of things, and if new questions come up, we welcome new questions. We love questions. We're always looking for more suggestions and more ways to make this easier for you guys. Excellent. All right, so why did you choose Insight? Thank you guys all so much for sharing. Yeah, I see. It's easier for your family, no commute. Old school, full of drama because of your son. Yeah, so we have students who are here for many, many different reasons. We have students who have families of their own and they need a bit more flexible schedule. We have students who are working. We have students who are here because of either mental or physical health issues. Students who just needed a change, needed a different environment. Always my favorite, there always seems to be one, I don't see one today, but it's my mom made me. So even if your parents made you come here, we want to welcome you guys here to Insight this for the rest of this 2017-2018 school year. Welcome, guys. Really glad that you are here with us. Okay, so we are going to use our polling tool. So this is going to be over on the left-hand side. It looks just like this right underneath your name. You'll see a smiley, head, hand, letter in a box. Go ahead and choose A, B, or C for this question. How prepared are you to be in a Blackboard classroom? This is what you're in right now, this Live Class Connect, this Blackboard classroom. Go ahead and choose A, B, or C. A is need to redo this course. B, pretty unsure but think I could maneuver through it. Or C, ready, bring it. So we're going to be using our polling tools. This is over in the participants box. On the left-hand side, you'll see your name, head, or smiley face, head, hand, letter in a box. Doop, 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 doop. Excellent. So Cassidy, were you able to find it? How about you, Shinde? Excellent. Let's see where people are at. So it's pretty split. A little more people are kind of in the C, ready, bring it. A good chunk of you are still in kind of the B, kind of like, I'm still not quite sure what's going on. No matter where you're at, I just want to thank you guys for being here and participating. This interacting with today's session really helps you get used to our program and how to navigate your Blackboard classroom. So thank you guys. I want to thank you. Big round of applause. Okay, now we're getting into your online high school. This is your crash course on how to use your online high school. When you first log into your online high school into the student account, the Learning Coach account looks a little bit different. So if you're not seeing something that looks like this, you may be in a Learning Coach account. Yeah, definitely a crash course. So this is the home page, You might be seeing a different background right here. You can click on this little camera to change your background. You have a choice of about 5 courses, I believe. And we're going to spend some time today going through your schedule, classes, and announcements tab. You guys are also welcome to open up your online high school right now and click through with us as you are going. Okay, so first we're going to go into our schedule tab. Your schedule tab, this is where you can see what you need to do for that day or week. You can see soon to be due or overdue assignments in this section and all of your live Class Connect sessions. Please note that there are going to be live Class Connect sessions that are required and live Class Connect sessions that are optional. The optional sessions are like help sessions. This is a great way if you have questions to get help from your teachers, but they're not required. On this page, this is a week view. I would always suggest, as you guys are starting out, to click over to the week view because this gives you a bigger picture of what's going on. But there's 3 different views on your schedule tab: the day, week, and overdue. You have required and optional classes, and you can see what items are due. Just a note about the schedule page, this is a great overview. This is a good place to start. However, this is not where you should just work off of. You may be seeing an assignment here, but this assignment may have readings, activities, lessons that you'll need to complete before you actually complete an assignment that is due. Please make sure you are clicking into your classes to do all of the prep work before you complete an assignment. Okay, so this is the overdue page. So if you ever happen to have overdue items, some of you guys might be seeing overdue items in your Orin 100, 200, 300, or 400 class. Those are items that have been due for other students in your homeroom class. Please talk to your homeroom teacher as soon as possible because they'll let you know when those are actually due. They're not actually past due. You are able to complete them at this point. Okay, so polling tool time. True or false? I can turn in assignments at any time during the semester for full credit. Go ahead and give me a green check for true, red X for false. Remember, your polling tools are over on your left-hand side in your participants box. Right underneath your name, you'll see smiley, head with a clock, hand, checkbox. Go ahead and give me red X for true, or green check for true, red X for false. green check for true, red X for false. How about you, Caitlin Gibby? Are you able to give me green check yes or red X false? Shade Wallen, are you able? Can you hear me today, Shade? Good question, Allison. Yeah, so the welcome orientation is going to keep showing up, but you only need to attend one. The rest of your sessions, the Adventures in ISWA and Journey Through the OLS, you'll need to attend those every day that they're listed. All right, so the answer is, drumroll please, the answer is false. We do have a due date and a deadline policy here at Insight. I'm going to go into it a little bit. There are two different types of assignments here at Insight. Computer graded assignments have no deadline and they can be submitted throughout the semester. However, they do have due dates. It is best if you get them in by the due date. Teacher graded assignments have both a due date and a deadline. So what that means is items, your goal always is to be getting things in by the due date. However, we know that life happens. Sometimes you get really busy, you get sick. We know that that happens. You have a grace period called a deadline date. This is a week or two after your due date that you have to get in that assignment that you missed. If you happen to miss the deadline date, you will get docked 50% of your grade. So let's say I was writing an essay, I got a bit overwhelmed in my other classes, I missed the deadline, or I missed the due date. Okay. And then I forgot about it and I missed the deadline date. I turned it in after the deadline date. I actually did really well on my essay and I got 100% on it. However, because I missed that deadline date, I would only get a 50% on that assignment. So don't let all your hard work go to waste. Make sure you get things in by the due date. However, we do know life happens, so you have some grace period, but your goal is to always get things in by the due date. Okay, Classes tab. This is where you will see all of your classes for this trimester, and when trimester 3 starts, you'll get a whole new set of classes. So you will have all your classes listed here. So today we're going to pop into your ORN 10 class right here. So to go into a class, you hover over it and it will say go to class. In a class, you can check your grade, you can email your teacher, you can check your progress, get feedback from your teacher. It's where you're going to find all of your coursework. This is really where you should be spending the most of your time. In your Classes tab, clicking into each one of your classes. Okay, so going into a class, you hover over it, it says go to class, you click on it, and the class loads for you. For you guys just starting off, the section you really want to pay attention to is the class content section right here. Under class content, you'll be seeing all of your sections in that class. Your ORN 10 class, which you guys should all have at this point, is an intro class, so it only has one section under class content. To get into the section, you click on that class. It's going to hover over and it will say launch, kind of like when we came into the class. And you'll come to a table of contents page. All of your classes are set up fairly similarly. They will have this table of contents page. Your goal in all of your classes is to get 100% done in your class. Just a note about this table of contents. It is really important that you go in order so you don't get lost. So if I completed the Get Ready section, I'm not just going to skip down here to the Learn section. I want to go in order. And I know I completed something because I get a green check next to that section. So this is your ORN 10 class. This is due by Tuesday, but I would challenge each of you guys to complete it today. It only takes about 45 minutes. It's a couple of readings and videos for you to watch. Go ahead, get through them. It's a great kind of intro to how to navigate your classes. All right, so I have 2 topics up on the board, courses and live class connect sessions, and then 5 different topics. Where your teacher teaches you, holds your lessons, contents, assignments, and tests, expected to attend, complete work every day, and live. Go ahead, using your whiteboard tools, go ahead and match all of these sections and to the 2 topics. So the 2 topics right here to the 5 bullet points. All right, I'm going to give each of you guys a chance to write up on the board. There's about 40 of us in today's session, so go ahead, make your mark on the board. Oh, we're not going to be drawing up on the board right now, guys. Or writing up on the board, excuse me. But you can mark up on the board. Give your answer. Well done, well done. Excellent. Okay, I need 2 color choices. What color should I use? All the scribbles. Red. Okay, I got red and purple. Okay. So we're actually going to do purple first because I'm right by it. So your live class connect sessions are live. You are expected to attend all of your live class connect sessions, and this is where your teacher teaches you. And now to a nice red. Your courses. You are expected to complete work every single school day in your courses, and this holds your lessons, contents, assignments, and tests. Well done, guys. I was looking at it. It looks like most of you guys got that right. Well done. All right, and finally, your announcements tab. This is where all school announcements going to be popping up. I would check this maybe about once a week because it has good, fun stuff from our principals. They keep that pretty up to date. Next, I'm going to introduce you guys to your email. When you guys signed up for Insight, you were assigned a school-related email address. This is how we are going to be asking you to stay in contact with your teachers and do all school communications through this email. So please, I'm going to have each one of you, please open up your online high school. And anywhere on your homepage or any of these tabs, you'll see this email icon. It's a little envelope with a letter popping out of it. Go ahead and click on that and then click Inbox. That's going to open up your email page for you. Once you are there, once you have your email open, please give me a green check. So to open up your school email, you log into your online high school, click the mail icon. It's a little envelope with a letter popping out. A drop down will come up and click Inbox. This will open a new page. This will open up a new page and allow you to look at your email. Allison Curry, are you able to do it? How about you, Alicia? Dejan, how about you? Caitlin? Excellent. Go ahead and give me green check. Where are you getting stuck, Dejan? Are you able to log into your online high school? I always go through and ask because most likely people are having similar issues. All right, so do you see your mail icon? So I would, a good rule of thumb is to give teachers at least 24 hours to respond. 24 hours. And you're always welcome to email them again. If you don't think your email went through or they're not responding fast enough, you can always say, hey, follow up. Excellent, excellent. Thank you guys. Big round of applause. Well done, well done. Okay, now I'm switching gears. We're going to talk real quick about state testing. So if your schedule, I know not all of you guys will be scheduled for state testing this year, but let's just pretend we're all scheduled. We just got an email being like, state testing's tomorrow, and you're like, cool. So would the answer be, I don't need to do state testing? B, it is required, I cannot graduate without it, or C, only if I wake up on time? A, B, or C? So go ahead and do A, B, or C using your polling tools in the participants box. You'll see a smiley head with a clock hand and a letter in a box. Go ahead and choose A, B, or C. All right, and the answer is, drum roll please, it is B. It is required. You cannot graduate without it. State testing is a requirement for Washington State schools for graduates in our state. We are a Washington State public high school, so we have all of the same requirements as your local public high school, which means state testing. If you are assigned to state testing, once again, not all of you will be this year. Our assessments department is going to be emailing you and your parents to let you know the date, time, and location of the test. All of the tests are in person. All right, I'm going to go over how to avoid unexcused absences or absences in general, because no one likes absences. So number one, it's talking to your homeroom teacher. Ooh, guys, when is the easiest day to speak to your homeroom teacher? Exactly. Anthony gets 1 million brownie points. Well done. Yes, it's on Monday. You have a live class connect session, which you're going to be required to go to every Monday that we have school at least. Next, attending live class connect sessions. Please make sure you are attending all of your required live class connect sessions each week. And finally, doing work in every class, every school day. So that means going in and logging in, looking at assignments, readings, completing assignments, reading through your readings, all that good stuff. Please make sure you are doing work in your classes every school day. If you follow these 3 steps, you're going to avoid unexcused absences at our school. Okay. Quick check-in poll. Who are you required to speak to weekly? Is it A, my counselor, B, me, Sarah Atchison, or C, your homeroom teacher? A, B, C, A, B, or C? What do you think, Cheyenne? How about you, Julie? Michaela, how about you? So the answer is C, your homeroom teacher. Good, Allison. You should be answering for yourself. Well done. So it is C, your homeroom teacher. That is who you, as a student, should be checking in with your homeroom teacher each and every week. All right, so we're going to go over your ORN 10 class, or ORN 100, excuse me. Your ORIN 100 class. This is a class that you're going to have with your homeroom teacher. It's either, it's either ORIN 100, 200, 300, or 400 class. So one of those, or in 100 something class. This is where you're going to go over 7 mindsets. This is a really great program where we talk about the different 7 mindsets, and they kind of help set you up for success here. The first one is everything is possible. Next, passion first. Then we are all connected, 100% accountable, attitude of gratitude, live to give, and the time is now. This is what you'll be working through your in your homeroom class. This is what you're going to be working on Monday. So Monday isn't just about checking in, it's also going through this great material. All right, so I've thrown a lot of information at you, and this is just a quick slide to go over who you can contact here at Insight. First, it's your homeroom advisor. This is your source of at-school navigation and support. You're going to be checking in with them each week. You have a counselor at Insight. You can find their contact information in the counselor class that's under your class section. And if you ever have questions about your graduation plan, how many credits you need before you graduate, what classes you need before you graduate, speak to your counselor. And content teachers. You have an individual teacher for each content class that you are in. So if you have a question in that class, so let's say you're in a math class and you have a question about math, talk to your content teacher first. And finally, customer care. This is a 24/7 technical support hotline. If you're ever having issues with your online high school, with things loading properly, please speak to them. All right, one final poll. I think this is the last one. Do I need to log into school every school day? Is it A, I will need to log in and complete schoolwork every school day? B, no, as long as I arranged it with my teachers beforehand? C, no, I can log in whenever I want? D, yes, but I don't need to do schoolwork every time I log in. A, B, C, or D? Dacia, how about you? Jared? Julia, how about you? Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Ryan. All right, and drum roll, please. The answer is A. Yes, you will need to be logging into school and completing schoolwork every day. Now, with that being said, that is our policy here at Insight. That is part of our attendance. That is part of staying on track here at Insight. Now, by saying that, we do know that life happens. It is okay for you to call in sick every now and again. That is totally fine. We know that life happens. We know that family stuff comes up. The most important thing for you to do is, if that happens, please let your teachers know as soon as possible. If you can tell them beforehand, if it's like an appointment, please do. If it happens, if it's afterwards, please make sure you're doing it within 24 hours. Please make sure that you are staying in contact with your teachers. All right, so I have a couple of documents for you guys. The first one is your student handbook. Please go through your student handbook and read through it. And on the last page, there are instructions for you to submit your digital signature. I also have a link cheat sheet. This has a lot of different links for you that will help you during this first week of school. And finally, a student planner, because who doesn't want to plan out their life? I'm a big planner, so I hope you guys find this helpful. A couple of teachers made this for our students this year. Yeah, all the cheat sheets. There we go. We got it for you guys. All right, so we have a short quiz for you guys. I put it up on the screen. You can click it there, or we can put it down here. Or I also put it in the chat box, excuse me. So we're going to ask you to fill out this quiz. You will need to sign in to the quiz using your school email address and your school password. So the password you use to log into your online high school. Let me also push it out this way. There's the link to the quiz. Link to the quiz. So once you complete this quiz, go ahead and give me a green check. All right. So to sign into your student email, oh, sorry, this is kind of small, guys. So your student email, let's do this and let's blow it up a bit. Boink. So is your first name plus the last, so first name plus the first letter of your last name and your last four digits of your student ID number. So this example would be K or Kelly L 1234 at k12insightwa.org. So if you do not know your student ID or you don't know your student email, go ahead and raise your hand. That's right underneath your name. You'll see a smiley head hand. Go ahead and raise your hand if you need us to look that up and we can get it to you. So if you gave me a green check, you're free to go. So Sarah, you raised your hand, but you gave me a green check. Green check if you've completed the quiz, you are free to go. Remember to come to the 3 p.m. session today. That is a requirement for you guys. So make sure that you are completing this. This is how we count your attendance today. So you do need to complete the exit survey.